Hi guys, this is Jana, and in today's video I will be showing you how to crochet this cute little chubby chick. This is a pretty quick and easy pattern. The only thing that needs sewn on are the wings. Everything else is one piece, and then of course you can embroider the feet and the beak. Some supplies you will need will be a pair of scissors, your crochet hook, a sewing needle, some polyfill. I use 9mm safety eyes that I ordered off Amazon, and everything that I use I will link in the description. The yarn I use is Hobby Lobby's Baby Bee yarn in the color Bumblebee. Not much is left of it, but I also use this Hobby Lobby I Love This Yarn orange yarn for the embroidery. For the Baby Bee yarn, I use a 6mm crochet hook. The way I make a magic ring is I grab the yarn and wrap it around and make an X. I grab that first strand, go over and grab the other, twist it, and then yarn over, pulls through to make that chain. And then what you'll want to do is make 6 single crochet in the magic ring. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you'll want to pull your magic ring closed. So for the second round, you'll want to do an increase all the way around. So 2 single crochets in each stitch around. So let's count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in that 6th stitch, we'll put an increase. So there's 1 single crochet. You'll want to mark that stitch with a stitch marker. And then crochet in that same stitch. And there's your first increase. Put 2 single crochet in the next, second increase. And just repeat all the way around, and you should end up with 12 total stitches. For the third round, we will do 1 single crochet, increase, and repeat. So single crochet, increase, and do that all the way around. So there's our first single crochet. Oops. Then do an increase in the next stitch. Another single crochet, then an increase in the next. And just repeat. Okay, so we're done with round 3. And for rounds 4 through 6, we will just place single crochets all the way around. So for 3 rounds, single crochet in each stitch, and we have a total of 18 stitches. Okay, so now we have finished rounds 4 through 6, which were the single crochets around. And for round 7, we will be doing 2 single crochets and 1 increase, and repeating that all the way around. So there's our first single crochet. Do our second single crochet, and then an increase. And just repeat that all the way around. Okay, so we just finished round 7, and now we are going to work on rounds 8 through 9. And 8 and 9, we just single crochet all the way around. And right now we have a total of 24 stitches. Okay, so now we have reached all the way up to round 9, And for round 10, we are going to do 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then increase. Repeat that around. So now we have reached the end of round 10. And right now you can pull out that yarn and we can add the safety eyes because it's easily accessible. And like I said, I just use black 9mm safety eyes. And so we're going to place the eyes between round 5 and 6. So there is round 1 right there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So underneath 5 and 6, you'll add that eye. And I like to place them 4 stitches apart. So where we just placed it was 1, 2, 3, 4. You just stick that in there. That's how it looks. So you can put the backs on those. And if you want, you can embroider the eyes on as well. So there's our eyes. So now we can continue on with the rounds. So we had just finished 10, so now for rounds 11 and 12, we will single crochet all the way around. I almost forgot to mention that you can add the face now if you want. Sometimes I add it on after I've closed up the body, but sometimes it's easier if you add it on just right now. So you'll want to grab your sewing needle and the orange yarn. And the 2 stitches in between the eyes is where you'll add the beak. So you'll just pull that yarn through, go in that next one, and then go back through that stitch again on the left, then wrap it back around, and then you'll want to tie the inside. And with your scissors, just cut that yarn. And there you have your tiny little beak. So now continuing to crochet onto the body. So we just finished round 12 and we're going to start our decrease rounds now. So for round 13, you'll want to do 3 single crochets and then an invisible decrease. It's up to you if you want to do an invisible decrease. It's just how I prefer to do my decreases. So here we have our first single crochet, second single crochet, third single crochet, and now our decrease. And for the invisible decrease, you pull up that first front loop of the next stitch, and then the front loop of the second stitch, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. I'll do that again. So 3 single crochet, then a decrease. Once again, it's pull up that front loop, then the front loop of the next, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, yarn over, pull through those 2. And just repeat that all the way around. Okay, so now we just finished round 13. And for round 14, we will do 2 single crochets and then a decrease all the way around. So there's 1. And make sure you're marking the stitch. 2. And then the invisible decrease. Alright, so that is round 14 completed. You can see the chick kind of coming together now. So if you want, you can stuff the head a little bit with some polyfill. A little tip for when you're stuffing your work is doing small bits of stuffing at a time. Sometimes if you put too much, it can look kind of lumpy, and I make sure to pack mine in with my fingers. So after stuffing your chick, we are on round 15, which is 1 single crochet and then a decrease all the way around. So there's 1 single crochet and then an invisible decrease, if I can. One single crochet, decrease. All right, so I just finished round 15 and I'm going to stuff my chick a little more. After stuffing our chubby little chick a bit more, we are on the last round, round 16, and that's just a decrease all the way around. Okay, so after doing your decreases all the way around, you can pull that yarn and then you'll cut it. I need new scissors to leave a long tail to sew this hole closed. Before that, I'm going to round it out just a little bit more with some stuffing. He actually looks kind of angry. That was not on purpose. So now you'll want to put the tail onto your sewing needle and then close the hole by weaving it through all the front loops of the hole. Then once you do that, you'll want to pull the yarn nice and close and just stick it back through the body. Cut that bit off, and then with my scissors, I stick it through. All right, so there's his body done, and now we're going to work on the wings. Okay, so for the wings, you're going to make a magic ring of 4. So 4 single crochet into that magic ring. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can pull that ring closed. And then what we'll do from here is 1 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet, increase. All the way around. So there's 1 single crochet. I always mark my stitch. Then an increase. One single crochet and an increase, which gives us 6 total stitches. And now we will just single crochet all the way around. And now what we want to do, you can take out that stitch marker. This tail's kind of long, so I like to trim it. So trim that tail off, and you'll want to stick that inside of the wing because we're going to single crochet across to close it off. So it'll just be 3 single crochet. You can see when you flatten it, the stitches align with each other. So there's our first crochet across, sticking through both sides. There's our second crochet, and then our third single crochet. So that is how the wing looks after you flatten it and single crochet across. And you'll want to leave a decently long tail for sewing it onto the body. And you'll want to do that another time because you want 2 wings. With your wing, you can put the tail onto a sewing needle. I do 2 stitches under the eye when placing the wing. So there's 1 row of stitches under the eye, and there's the second. We do the second row of stitches. And underneath the eye, I count 1, 2, 3. I put it 3 stitches away. So there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You just stick it through. And then I go into that first single crochet and just sew the wing on, going into each of those crochets. Although this is not technically a single crochet, I like to grab that loop and sew it in as well to make it more flush with the body. And then with this tail, I stick it on through to the back because I'm going to tie the tails at the end. So there is our wing on. So now we'll need to attach the next. So there's 1, 2 stitches under the eye, and then 1, 2, 3. And you stick your yarn through there. And then back through one of the single crochets. And then just weave it in. Throughout that row of stitches. Once again, that's not technically a single crochet, but I still like to grab that loop, pull it through to the body, then meet the other wing strand and tie those together. Then just stick that into the body. This is how it looks with the wings on. And now we'll want to add the feet. Grabbing that orange yarn, put it onto your sewing needle. I like to add the feet onto row 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There is row 13. And you just stick it through one part of the body through to round 13. And you just make a V across. So once you stick that yarn through, you go through one of the other stitches and then out the next where it's going to make that V. So there you can see it out that second stitch over. Then you'll want to go back through the bottom and through the other side to make the foot. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 stitches apart. There you can see that first foot. And now we'll do the same for this other one. You can map out where you're going to make the V. Enter one stitch and out the next. Go back through the bottom and meet the other tail. And there you can see the feet. And you'll just want to tie that yarn. Cut it and stick it into the body. And there you see our little chubby chick is finished. Like I said, you can embroider the eyes if you'd like. Here is an example of what it could look like if you do embroidered eyes. Thank you so much for following along in this tutorial on how to make this cute chubby chick. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know how your cute little chicks came out. I post a new video every Friday morning, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe so you can get notified when it comes out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!